we're about to go somewhere odd now. Times to rise and elevation starts to drop down. Our little secret, don't kiss and tell, you're so bad. I'll probably see you in hell. Welcome to hell, baby. This is Podcast Hell.
Hey, what's up, guys? This podcast has bad audio for the first 35 minutes. Just a heads up. Also, I know the podcast hasn't been weekly for the last 2 months. I'm going to get back to it. It's just been really busy. And then last thing is, if you're enjoying the show, please share it with a friend. Tell somebody about it. It's the best way to help us get a bigger audience. Thanks. Appreciate you, and enjoy the pod.
Well, you know what my dad used to do a lot? Is like he would fuck up people's names, but just by either making it singular or plural. Like your name, he'd go like, "Is Mike Perkins coming over?" I'd be like, "It's Perkins."
What's he doing on
And then he'd be like, "Hey, when's Bergen's getting here?" It's Bergren. He would always just make it the wrong.
I think that's a mom and dad thing. My mom does it all the fucking time.
Yeah, but here's the thing, like
My
dad did.
I talked to Siri's, and I'm like, it's Siri. You know what I mean? Like, she's like, you know, I asked Siri's or Sierra, you know, and it's like,
You think it's a mom or dad thing? Because also, this is what I think. My dad had me when he was 25 years old, so this time that he was annoying the shit out of me, he was 38, which is how old I am. I don't do that. I don't think I do. Maybe I do. Maybe if I had a kid, they'd be like, "Dad, I identify as a tree today." I'd be like, "Shut the fuck up!" And I'd be the fucking idiot dad.
the only branch you're gonna be in is the military.
Yeah, you're gonna be a tree fucker, not in this house. Or you're not gonna date some lumberhead. Yeah, we don't call them lumberheads. Dad. Nobody says that anymore.
It's lumberheads, not lumberhead.
We'll drop the S.
I mean, look, because we're talking about having a kid. You have one.
I'm having one, baby.
You have one that's in the oven.
Yeah, 6 weeks away. If this, when this comes out, maybe 4 weeks.
By the way, can we talk about the insane fucking text message you sent me?
Which one?
Before this podcast?
What?
Pull your phone out. Read your text message that you sent me on the way here.
It was from my talk to text on the.
Okay.
On the car.
Well, that makes it a little bit better.
Why? Is there a lot of periods and shit?
No, because I was just at his. Just read it.
Hey, brother, I'm still driving on the highway, period. Just wanted to give you a heads up on my GPS, period. It says I should be there now at 5:10. Hoping I can shave some of it off, but it kept adding more from the start.
Okay. So, I was just at...
First impressions, not crazy.
Okay, well, let me...
Shave some off, like shave some time off.
Let me say why it's crazy. I was just at his baby shower. His wife is pregnant with his son. I get a text from him being like... First off, he's texting while he's on a highway.
It's talk to text. It's my...
Okay. Like I said, that makes it less crazy. I just picture you on your phone like, am I on time for your podcast? I'm like, bro, if the reason you don't get to meet your son is you're late to fucking podcast now, I would never say
I'm in hell. I'm literally in hell.
Like, I have to go. You don't understand.
Yeah, I literally just wrote, drive safe. I don't care. Something like that. Whatever I wrote.
Yeah.
Whatever. Did I say that?
You said, drive safe, it's cool. And you said, thank you, brother, period, see you soon.
You wrote back right away. I was like, put your fucking phone down.
Let's talk to text.
I love that you're reading the text the way you would have said it. Like, thanks, brother, period. I'll see you soon.
I don't put the period.
Hey, you don't say the periods? I say period.
Do you say period?
Yeah.
Oh, I don't do the period.
You guys have talk to text.
It does it for me.
Yeah, a little Siri, being safe on the road.
I don't have it.
You don't have the
You
Apple
just got it in
Car?
the pocket?
No, I just don't respond to people when I'm in the car.
What year's your car?
Or I have my wife. My wife sits pilot, and I like bark out instructions for her like a tank commander.
Do you have Apple Car?
I'm like, Mom, stop! Can't wait to be home in 2 weeks. Stop!
Looking forward to the holidays. Stop.
It's like Morse code.
That's another thing my dad used to do. Is like he got a Dodge Durango, and he was very happy that he got like you could say the address into the thing, but it was like a shitty 2004 version of it. So like you had to scream at your fucking console.
Right.
And he was also like in the army as a tank commander, so he would literally be
Just
like, we'd be on the way to my friend's house, he'd be like, 145 Happy Heart Lane, Oakton, Virginia. It was just like, bro.
Thank you, Sergeant.
I'll just type it in. This is crazy.
Yeah. Well, you do have to, because my accent, she always fucks my shit up all the time. Like when I do the talk to text.
She being Siri?
She being Siri, yeah.
Okay, yeah.
Your accent.
Well, like I guess because I mumble my words a little bit and it comes out like different.
Oh, mumbling isn't an accent.
Like,
that's just you mumbling. That's just you being a
like
bushman.
I was. Well, no, but like I don't know. But I just know last week I was doing the talk to text to Crystal, and she said I forget what she sent me, but I said oh fuck, you okay doing this or whatever it was, but it came out and said, oh fuck you, and I'm like, no, don't do that, and then I have to like call her because I'm like, it's not working right, you know what I mean?
Would she assume that it's a talk to text mishap, or she'd be like, are you the kind of guy where it's like sometimes you do say, oh fuck you?
You have an iPhone, right?
I do.
Did it come out say sent from Siri?
My iPhone is used.
Oh, that's right.
So
we'll look later. Because my mom sometimes, if she sends me a thing and I do talk to text, it always says sent from Siri at the bottom.
A good feature.
Yeah. That way you know, like, if it's I am driving. You know.
I feel like if I'm in the car, I don't want to focus on anything else other than not killing myself.
Well,
in the car.
I
get paranoid doing any type of.
Well, if you're like actually like doing talk to text this way and looking at your phone, that's still dangerous. But with Apple CarPlay, you know, this is a sponsor of the podcast. Right. Apple CarPlay, it's like straight up, just it comes up. You don't have to look at anything. You just talk, and then it repeats it back to you, and then it says send it, and you say yep, and then it sends.
Eric, what are you doing about GPS?
What do I do about it?
Yeah, how are you?
So just before I start, I plug it in, and then I hit. Apple CarPlay, and then the directions pop up.
Perfect.
So you have the little screen that has the
but I'm not looking at my phone. Like then I put my phone in the driver's seat. I don't touch it.
But if somebody sends you a text, it reads it for you too, right?
No, I don't have that.
Oh, that's right.
Or sometimes it'll pop up on the screen like a text from this person. I'll be like, I wonder what it is.
No, you can tap it. It'll read it for you.
But I don't want to tap it. I try to
Okay.
I'll put on a podcast or a playlist so I don't like switch through my music.
Uh-huh.
But then of course the playlist will play a song from a band and I'm like, I really want to hear another song from that band, and I'm like, and then I decide, do I risk the life of myself and somebody else?
You can't do the thing where you hit a button and say like, playing whatever, play the other.
Well, I guess I could. I mean, that's like Siri, right? Where you just go, Siri, can you please?
Well, if you have Spotify, you'll hit search and it'll go into Siri. You can be like, play this.
And you don't have to say please. She's just a robot.
She's just a robot.
Yeah, but I think you're supposed to say please because they're like keeping logs.
The uprising.
And once
been kind.
once there's the singularity, they'll go like, Joey never said.
He never said please.
It's just the sound.
You will die now, please.
Horrifying sound effect of a shotgun blast.
Yeah.
It'll startle you. No, I don't know. Like I don't know. I feel like
because even when you responded back to me,
it
came in again, and I tapped it, and it said, Erick Hellwig. I still have you as Burbank Comedy Festival, so it comes up.
Okay.
Erick Hellwig, BCF says, drive safe. It's cool. Would you like to respond? And I say yes, and then it pops it up, and that's when it comes in.
Can you make it so that it doesn't say Burbank Comedy Festival next time?
Put that in as just occupation.
Of all the credits to have.
It's not a credit. That's what we met. It's always somewhere we met.
I want something better.
Like Joey's. What's Joey's? Joey's I got...
Oh, here we go.
Joey's Sweetest
Mail.
Joey Bergren, Everything Review.
Yeah.
We review everything.
There we go. All right.
On your podcast?
Yeah.
Yeah, he used to have the...
if you go into the contact, you can put there's a little line for like occupation. I use that thing like crazy. If I meet someone,
really?
I'll put like Katie's boyfriend. And then if I'm like, who's this name on my phone again? I'll just look at it. There's a little vibe. I bet yours says comedy or something in it. Company.
Company.
That's why I always throw it.
It's risky just if somebody else gets in your phone and they can see.
Yeah.
You're like, John Smith, gay bathhouse.
Whoa, sorry.
Yeah, look, I literally put comedy for you.
Oh, okay.
So I remember, he does comedy.
Well, that's a good thing.
I also have a friend named Mike Perkins who's not funny. Who he just like fixes bicycles.
And he's under the funny one.
That guy's hilarious. He's always pedaling to every punchline, am I right? We can cut that.
We'll cut it.
Yeah,
that was pretty.
Yeah.
I did a podcast the other day and somebody made a joke and then nobody got it, so we stopped.
Just the entire podcast.
The entire podcast stopped. And we like analyzed like why it didn't work, and after 2 minutes he was like, I'm so fucking pissed off right now. And we were like, oh, we'll stop. It was like me and the other co-hosts were like going into why it wasn't a good joke.
What?
It pissed him off. I think he's fine. He clipped it, so he must be okay.
Yeah. Are you doing another podcast?
I was a guest on another podcast.
Oh, gotcha.
Which I should try to do more.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's great.
I never like, I have people on my podcast like 3 or 4 times. I'm like, thanks for doing it. And then they have a podcast. I never ask, can I do yours?
Yeah.
I should.
You should throw up that APB, just like anyone's podcast, I'll do it.
Yeah. Anyone's podcast.
Yeah, just throw it out there.
Yeah.
Hey, anyone.
David Duke.
I mean, I'll do a show.
Yeah.
You guys had, I think I came on yours twice.
Duke.
Did you have David Duke? Yeah. David Duke.
And he's surprisingly, he's a good guest.
Yeah.
Who's David Duke?
He's a big racist.
Okay.
Yeah.
He actually
run the KKK.
Get him on the pod.
He ran the KKK.
Okay.
When I lived in Louisiana.
Sorry, these walls are too black. We can't be on this podcast.
That's true. The black wall.
David Duke's like, can we record that way?
Right. No, the
that joke won't track to the audience, but that wall is white. That's what Mike was doing there. Just so you know, it was funny.
David Duke, is he like part of is he like a political guy or something, or is he just some?
He's like well, when I was a kid, I lived in Louisiana for a couple of years, and the town, it was like a military base we were on, and the town next to it, there were like, my parents said there were flyers up for David Duke. He was running for like governor of Louisiana, and his like little like vote for me thing, it said Grand Wizard of the KKK.
No,
was like part of his like,
wow.
Hey, you should consider me. Right. Look at these things I've done, and that would have been in like, I mean, I'm 21 years old, so that wasn't that long ago.
Holy shit!
Look, the KKK, an awful, awful administration.
Yeah,
but I will say, he is showing that he has leadership.
He did rise to the top. I mean,
he's the top of a organization we do not respect. But
leadership is
he
leadership.
Was the best.
That's what it would say in company. In your iPhone.
Yeah.
Here's the thing: if he repented and was like, "Hey, it's wrong. I saw the error of my ways. I'll never do that again." But I was the Grand Wizard. Like I still. Yeah, now that I don't think that anymore, put me in an organization, I can also rise to the top.
I could beat CEO.
I can understand why it's like a resume point.
Right.
You know.
Absolutely.
It's definitely like you gotta motivate people.
I've seen you went to USC for a couple years, and after that you did went to law school, and then right here in 2012 it says you were the Grand Wizard.
Yeah, I was very familiar with Excel files. We did use Salesforce.
I guess my greatest weakness is I sometimes work too hard. Trying to balance social life with...
It's actually my greatest strength. White power.
Oh, also, one last thing.
One last thing.
We go under special skills.
Hope to hear back from you soon.
I see a no hats policy. Are hoods okay? Just wondering. Yikes.
Jesus.
Well, obviously, this all stays in.
This all stays in.
Right.
I always make jokes like, I'll cut that, I'll keep it in. I never cut anything. Unless somebody's like, calls me like weeping.
I don't think you should cut anything either. People should know how to filter themselves.
Especially in Trump's America, it's like, now we can just fucking say whatever we want.
Well, not even that, because then it's like gives you like, I don't know, unless you say like an address or something by accident or like a phone number or something like that. Yeah. But it's like, dude, you should filter yourself. You know that we're being recorded right now.
Dude, so I had my brother on the podcast, and I told him before we started, we can talk about anything you want. Just don't say the names of people in our family, because like they didn't like sign up to do comedy.
Yeah.
And he ended up like I had to edit out like 15 names. He said every single name of every cousin we hung out with, all of our like our parents, everyone.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was the worst. He's a fucking name dropper.
And then you're like, fuck.
Yeah, I just had to go through the whole podcast doing little bleeps.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Damn.
I don't know, I guess that would be upsetting.
What's your middle name and social security number? Do you have that?
I do.
Say it.
You really want to know my middle name?
Say
I'll tell you.
I think I know your middle name.
You say it.
No,
don't say it.
Well, I know.
I have a lot of fans here. They'll track me down.
Yeah. But I know Eric is short for Frederick.
I was going to ask because I checked your mail when I walked in. It said Frederick, and I was like, I think this is probably you.
Yeah, that's me. You just cut off the Fred.
Yeah.
My dad goes by Fred.
And he's also Frederick?
He's also Fred.
No way. Are you the second?
There's a line of, I'm the third.
No shit, I never knew you were a third.
Yeah, I'm a third.
Are you the third? Is it the Roman 3 at the end?
Third.
Cool.
No way, dude.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
It's pretty cool.
Yeah.
You're like you in your mind. You're discovering this now, but you had a huge impact on whether or not I would name what the name of my child will be.
It has to be the fourth.
Yes, because we talked about this on the podcast like 2 years ago.
Yes.
And I when I grew up, I hated my name. I hated the name Frederick. I was like, I'm Eric. Nobody called me Frederick, and everybody was like, you're Frederick.
Come on, Freddie.
So I hated it.
Yeah.
And then at my job, I just had to go. I didn't want to go by Eric because I don't want people to find my comedy, so I just went by Frederick. And I kind of started to like it, but I was debating like, would I ever like? I don't think I can pass on the name because I don't really like the name that much.
Yeah.
And I told you that, and you went, "Oh, bro, come on, you got to do it. That'd be the fourth." That's all you said. Yeah. And then I walked downstairs. That's like exactly how you said it.
Advice. Come on, bro.
And this has been, by the way,
I forgot too.
This has like been like a thing that's like. It's a huge deal. Like, it's like, my name is like a fight between my mom and my dad from before I was born. Like, it's like a representation of like them getting divorced in a lot of ways. So it's like a huge like sore point in me. And my wife has seen me like have like really like struggles with my name. And like you leave and I turn to my wife and I was like, I think I will name my son Frederick. And she goes, what? I'm like, well, Mike just said like he would be the fourth. That'd be cool.
He said, come on.
And she
what am I
goes,
supposed to do?
She's like, just because fucking Mike said it would be cool, like that's your argument for it? I was like, it's kind of a good argument.
Mike is going to be the godfather.
No, it's like 15 years of like fucking fighting and sad feelings and like, you're just being like, oh man, that would be awesome. I was just like, yeah, it would be. Why am I being such a bitch about it?
Well, you don't want to stop at, like, keep it going.
No, you're right. No, it's just hilarious that it was such a trite piece of shitty advice. You even forgot that you gave it to me. But it lingers in my
your course.
Every night before I go to bed, I hear your voice echoing.
Nah, dude, it's cool.
Man, it's cool. Oh man, that'd be awesome. I'm like, it would be awesome.
You sit up sweating.
Yeah.
I have to drink again.
I just wake up, Frederick the Fourth. Oh God. You don't even remember saying it to me. It's so funny.
Well, I knew you were a Frederick. I forgot that you were a third.
That was
fucking awesome, dude.
I'm a third.
My cousin is a third.
Yeah.
I'll say his full name, but I'm like, if you have a kid, you have to continue it on too.
Yeah.
Like if you're a second, it's like, oh, you're a junior. All right, you can stop.
We might not make my son the fourth. We might just keep the name because there are like problems that come up with having the same name now, like in the tech world that we live in.
Uh-huh.
It's like stuff gets confused. We've had like trouble getting like prescriptions for medicine and stuff because people think it's my dad. So it's like it kind of, and like now that like they're automating away fucking human beings on the phone, it's like if a company just fucks up and thinks that I'm my son or my son's my dad or I'm my granddad, like it's a real pain in the ass.
Yeah.
Besides the fact that like someone called
Erick Hellwig, born in 1902, you're like, yeah, that's not me.
No, there's been multiple times that like somebody thinks that's happened where like my wife is like the dependent of like the wife of my dad on like health insurance, which is upsetting for the obvious reason of someone saying that I'm like, ah! But then it's like been a pain in the ass to change it and everything. So we might just like keep the name, but then like change the middle name, and it's like so Frederick keeps going.
Yeah.
But maybe the fourth.
That's me and my dad because we have different middle names, but we're both Michael Perkins.
Yeah. And then your kid. Can we say your kid name?
The kid, we could say the kid. He's going to be Cash Michael. Cash Michael Perkins.
Cash Michael.
Yeah. I guess we could say that, right? Can I say it on the pod?
Can you say the name of your child?
Yeah.
I mean, it's up to you.
Yeah, it's your call.
Yeah, we can. Yeah, we're good.
Yeah, you're good.
Crystal's going to be like, I'm going to say, just fall.
Is this exclusive? Is this the drop?
No. This is the drop clip.
Just so you know what he did, this is how he said, yeah, we're good. He went, yeah, we're good. That's what he did. Checked his phone. He's like viewing for.
In case Siri was just going.
Hey, babe, is it okay? Talk to text.
Hey, do you think it would be okay?
Stop.
Are you booed up?
What?
Are you booed up?
Like a rapper
I
from
lost
2002.
No, booed up.
Booed up?
Yeah, I got a girl.
You got a girl?
Woo!
Yeah.
That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thanks, baby.
Are you? I think you're younger than us, right?
I'm 35.
Oh wow, young buck. You got your whole life ahead of you.
Right?
38.
Okay.
39.
Yeah. We're here, baby.
We were in high school at the same time.
We were.
We're here.
Yeah. But you would? Are you like? Do you like want to get married and shit?
Yeah. Have a kid at some point.
Yeah,
That's on the trajectory for sure.
That's in the plan.
Yeah.
How do we keep doing comedy and have families?
I'm about to find out real quick.
You're about to
I'm about to find out.
We're about to never see you again.
You know what? This is my last podcast for the next 18 years.
Yeah, first off, you live in like Nevada.
Alright, we'll do this on the podcast.
You're like 5 hours away. You have a kid.
I'm in the suburbs, baby.
Your life is over.
I was thinking how generous it was for you to apologize profusely for being like 10 minutes late. I was like, he lives 2 hours away.
Yeah, it was an hour and a half.
Sorry, I'm running just a little late.
It's because Mike is such a genuinely nice guy. You know,
Yeah.
So obviously it will be your downfall. Somebody had a joke about that at your baby shower.
Yeah.
Brian.
I think Brian. Yeah,
Brian's such a nice guy. Obviously, that needs to end now.
Yeah. Yeah.
You have kids. You have to drive.
Don't care to every single person.
Yeah. Don't apologize. Never apologize for being late to this podcast.
Well, I want to give you a heads up, though.
No, it's like I said, it's very sweet.
Yeah.
But this is the idea of driving faster to get here is just.
I wasn't driving faster.
Good.
You
said shave off time.
Well,
that's the part that felt crazy to me.
Well, because I don't want to incriminate myself, but I use the carpool lane no matter what, even if I'm by myself.
What?
I don't give a shit.
Oh, you do what? That's so fucking wrong.
No, it's not.
Have you ever gotten like ticketed or anything?
I got pulled over once in the last 11 years that I've been in LA.
And what'd you say?
And it was on the 210, and I had it ready. I had it loaded in the back of my head of being like, oh, this guy cut me off, and I had to cut into the lane real quick.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't know when to get back over. And the cop was like, well, you're supposed to get over right away. I was right behind you. I didn't see anybody. I was a couple cars behind. I didn't see anybody cut. And I was like, no, the guy slammed his brakes or whatever. He's like, look, I'll let you off the hook, but this is a $500 fine. Like, I could give you right now.
Oh, wow.
And I was like, I'll never do it again. So I don't do it on the 210 anymore. But the 134, I'm fucking cruising down the car. I've done it for 10 fucking years. Yeah.
That's crazy.
And Chris was like, the 210 will fucking get you all the time.
You know why I don't do it? It's like the only thing I can think of, maybe other than littering, where they say, like, this is how much you'll have to pay. There's those signs that say, like, $460 minimum ticket or whatever.
Bro, I shaved off 3 minutes to get here.
Have you ever thought...
No, sometimes you do shave off a lot. Like,
no,
if I get stuck in
it's obviously deeply immoral what you're...
Also, don't you drive, like, a very, like a sedan?
Yeah, I drive a nice... It's a nice...
But like, someone would be able to tell very quickly, oh, there's no one else in that car. Sometimes I feel like an SUV with like darker tinted windows looks a little more of a family vibe.
You drive a '92 Chevy Astro down that bad boy.
Yeah, I don't give a shit.
Clear every time.
You know.
That's insane. That's the craziest thing I've ever heard.
Really?
Yeah, of course.
I find that shocking.
You never did it?
Yeah,
you never went over the line?
I've done it once and been like, I should have done that.
Really? If we lived in New York and I was like, I jump the turnstiles every fucking time.
Like, right, yeah. That's a once every so often, should I need to jump this?
Yeah.
Dude, I ride the carpool all the fucking time.
That's crazy.
You ride that carpool.
I mean, if it's not... I've shaved off a lot of time doing that. Like, if I'm cruising, if I'm doing at least like 65, 60, I'm like, I'll stay in this lane. But if it's fucking bumper to bumper, everyone's doing 20 and carpool's moving, I'm fucking cutting people off like crazy.
Now, do you go in and out outside of the dash part? You know, there's kind of like the spot where you're allowed to
I just go over the fucking...
I knew it!
You go right over
but that's what I do. I'll do it, and then once I see a gap, I get in again. And then I'll cruise again, then I'll pop in again, and I won't do it the entire time.
Oh, wow, okay.
I'll fucking pop in.
But you'll cross the dubs.
I'll cross the dub, White.
Wow. Damn.
That's just as crazy as just driving in there to
it's wild.
While I'm texting, I don't give a shit.
I'll have a friend in the car and be like, I'm sorry, we can't get out here. We have to wait.
It's so wild because, like, you are such a nice, calm guy. And this is such, like, an anarchist fucking...
It's just a car. Who gives a shit?
But this is part of it, too, is you're, like, flipping this towards
it's like,
what's the fucking deal? Like,
I'll tell you this. I steal every piece of groceries I've ever had. I don't think that. I think the food industry is fucked. I steal. I mean, it's just it is crazy the way you're confessing it.
No, it doesn't matter. No one else does it.
No,
I
don't.
Have you ever done it?
Never.
You never did it.
Never.
I
sit in the lane next to it and I look at it and I go, look at how great that would be. If only I had a person in the car. The idea of you nailed it. It's the flippancy of it is so fucking.
You're just like, why? Everybody does it. It's like nobody does it.
When I used to live, I won't say where I lived, but I was near Pasadena. When I hop on the 134 in Pasadena, I would take it from Pasadena to fucking like past Glendale, like in that carpool lane.
Wow.
Like that far. But it saved you like 20 minutes.
We know it saves you time. You keep telling us that you don't understand. Nobody's denying that it's faster.
It's like when you're at an airport and they like let the business class and like military people in first. And I'm always like, that'd be great. However, I'm not those things, so I will just wait my place. Or you're just like, no, just fucking get on. You can. It's faster.
Yeah. You know what it is? It's like there's different types of evil in all of us. And you can't, it doesn't go away.
Right.
Like some guys have like a fucking evil in them where they fucking roofie a chick's drink. That's an evil I don't have. Some guys have an evil where they're like, I'm gonna become a politician and manipulate.
Yeah.
My evil is like I get like a bad temper and I can like fucking raise my voice and not mean to and stuff and be selfish. And clearly I was like, Mike has no evil.
Yeah, let's not forget that's where we came off of today. Like the launch pad to this conversation was how great Mike is.
Well, look, I'm whatever. The road's there. I'm taking it. You know what I mean? It's that.
Yeah, maybe there's some sort of like political philosophy that would encompass this. You know,
I will never park in a handicap spot though.
Yeah,
but I will pull up to a red and put my hazards on and go inside.
See, I know somebody who
I just did at Costco I was running late for the fucking baby shower.
Yeah.
Because they fucking Costco fucked me with the pizzas. But when I ran in to get them again, I fucking popped my hands on and brought the kid in right there in the red. I'm not fucking parking fucking far away. I put my hands on and fucking go inside.
Yeah.
Who's gonna fucking tow me in 5 minutes? You know what I mean?
Yeah. If he had been like, honestly, if I'm late, I gotta run into Costco real quick. I'll drive my fucking car up on the driveway. I'll run over a kid. Like if he had said that, I would have been shocked. As I would have been. Yeah, some people. It's like some people just have like. I think people's car morals vary from person to person. I know somebody who has a handicap placard, and she fucking just goes. But it's not hers. It's somebody else's. And she just goes, yeah, that's fucking.
But that's hooked on your license plate, though, right?
Yeah, but she doesn't keep it up. She just like when she parks, she flips it on, so nobody will check.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That's crazy, baby.
That's
That's immoral.
Yeah.
That's not immoral. You're just not supposed to do it.
Well, you could make an argument that it hurts the environment.
I drive a hybrid.
The purpose of that, you drive a hybrid?
Yeah.
Well, that kind of...
It helps.
I mean, yeah, it's like your car's gay.
I also try... Yeah, my car's so gay. I gotta get the hell away from everybody.
Is it fully hybrid? No, hybrid.
No,
it's hybrid. You can't get the little
It's
thing,
not a plug-in hybrid. It's a right... No, I try to get the little thing. They wouldn't give it to me.
Yeah.
So I decided to fucking use a carpool lane myself. Fuck them. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I don't know anything about hybrids. Are they, like, cheaper to buy?
I don't
guess they save you money on gas.
I mean, fuel efficiency.
Yeah, like I used to get like 32 miles a gallon. Now I get like 44 sometimes.
Yeah, I get like 55 in mine.
Yeah. Oh, there you go.
You got a hybrid?
Mm-hmm.
What kind of
do you have?
It's a Hyundai Ioniq.
Is it a plug-in full-on?
No,
like a full-on charge.
Just the kind where it.
You get 55.
Yeah.
God bless you, dude.
Okay.
Good shit.
Sometimes depends on how much.
Yeah.
Highway.
If we drive around town, yeah. See, I do a lot of highway.
Yeah, true.
I found the sweet spot with a hybrid is because that's where it fucks you on the highway. But if you go above 74, it's just like you're not even a hybrid anymore. You're just fucking blowing gas away.
Yeah.
But if you're on that sweet spot of like 74, I put on cruise control. It still gets me a good like 40 miles to the gallon or something.
Hopping on CC, cross the double
CC,
whites.
Double whites.
Fuck
you know, I'm fucking
right.
cruising. Give a shit. You know, fucking great.
Oh, yeah, that's your happy place.
Yeah.
73. 73 cruise
In the
control.
carpool, put your hat on the passenger seat.
Fucking blow up doll next to you. From the airplane. Like a pilot.
It's not gonna blow up. That was one of those green things outside of an auto place.
Probably, dude. Honestly, that would be a pretty good purchase. Like, you know, like they have those sex dolls that are like very realistic now. Like they really look like people. Strap one in, put the seatbelt on, have it looking out the window, or like have it like looking at its phone. You put that baby right in the seat.
Yeah. Imagine being driving next to that car and just looking over, so like a a frightened woman. Let's see. She must be listening to the news. She's in shock.
What podcast is she listening to? Oh my god. You guys should do it though, man. It's pop in the dub whites.
I mean, you haven't sold it.
I don't know. I'm just saying.
Yeah. The way you're selling it is by, we could get off it. I mean, we're not going to talk you out of this insane life choice you've made. I mean, it's just
Crystal did break my balls a lot because I would hop in it. And she said, "Why the fuck are you doing that?" And I did get pulled over in the 210, like maybe a couple months after she was yelling at me about doing it.
Yeah.
But that was a 210. It was different.
Why did you tell her you did it?
Because I was on the phone with her when I was in there, and I was like, "Fuck, I'm getting pulled over." She's like, "What?" I'm like, "I gotta call you back."
Now, would you have never told her that you do that if you hadn't been caught?
No, I told her before I do it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but then the one time I got pulled over, oh shit, they know. Oh, I thought it was her. She knows.
Quit telling everyone.
Yeah, no, stop telling everyone about the carpool lane. Watch I get a ticket in the mail for being in the carpool lane. You know they used to do that back east with the Easy Pass?
Do what?
You know Easy Passes?
Yeah, I know Easy Pass.
Do you know Easy Pass from back east? They had it from Atlantic City. So like if you went from Atlantic City to Philly, right? You would hit the Easy Pass in Atlantic City. And if you got to Philly in like too quick of a time and it scanned your Easy Pass, they started sending people tickets until like everyone complained about it. Because it's like, oh, there's no way you can get from Atlantic City toll booth to Philly toll booth in 40 minutes. You're definitely speeding. And they were sending people fucking speeding tickets in the mail.
Dude, that's fucking nanny state shit.
Yeah.
But it got overturned, right?
It got overturned because people were like, yo, it's like the red light cameras, so you don't have to pay those ever.
Every once in a while, this psychopathic billionaires that control this country push it a little too far. Like Yelp for people. You remember that one?
No.
Yelp for people?
Yeah, there was like for 2 months you could Yelp people.
What?
You could be like, hey, I met this guy, he was a fucking asshole. Erick Hellwig, no stars.
No way.
Yelp for people, and then they got rid of it because they were like, well, this is obviously horrible.
What?
People aren't choosing to be on the internet that
It's
way.
like ZocDoc. You know what ZocDoc is?
ZocDoc, but that's different. That's like you're providing a service.
I guess so, yeah. You call them doctors.
Yeah.
So ratemyteachers.com.
Rate my teachers. Yeah, remember that one?
Rate my professors. That's
Oh,
the
yeah.
one okay, maybe it's the same.
It may have offshot into
Yeah. Rate my professors, dude. That's how I fucking passed college without having to try.
Yeah.
You're just like, who's the easiest fucking teacher to get me out of this hellhole?
John Hamilton was the easiest one. You know, This guy doesn't give a shit. He doesn't grade his papers.
Yeah, Rate My Professors was an amazing.
Is it still around? I guess it would be.
must
Right?
be,
Yeah, I don't know.
They probably have an app and everything, you know?
Who knows? I don't know what's going on. And what do they do in college now? Like half of them don't even go to class anymore.
I think
It's
everything's
like remote.
Not to date ourselves, but I remember that I took one of the very first online classes back in like 2007 at Camden County College.
Yeah.
And I fucking hated it. No, it was at I think it was Rowan. I think that was that. I forget what it was. Anyway, it was like you had to watch videos and nobody even taught you anything. You just had to like teach yourself. Like, this is fucking horrible. I dropped it within like a month.
Yeah.
I like failed the first test. Or like, there's a test on this Friday. There's a test on this Friday. If you don't turn in, you fail. And like whatever else. It's just like you couldn't do it. You couldn't do the online classes.
It feels like those like training things where you watch like a video and then it's like every 4 minutes there's going to be a question.
Yeah.
And then you're like, I don't know, like zone out immediately.
I don't remember. I don't even think it was that. I remember just watching this like old British guy, and it was like an hour and a half long like video of him doing a seminar, and it was just you got to watch that like on like my Windows Media Player, you know.
Hey, guess what? The fucking Roadcaster unplugged itself.
What?
I did just look as you were doing that. I was like, oh, the lights are all off.
Fuck, the lights are off. What happened?
Did it get any of it?
I don't know what it got.
Looks like no one knows I ran the car.
Yeah. Your lucky day. You got
No one's ever gonna know.
Scott.
Got away with it again, baby.
And we're good. You might have just caught a fucking break of a lifetime there.
It was the carpooling. I don't want anybody to think it was something different. Now it's like I did something else. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know.
Sorry about that, boys.
No, that's okay.
It's all
It's
good, baby.
comedy gold.
I just want to
Yeah.
make sure everyone knows. Mike openly drives in the carpool lane by himself all the time. That's true. I
Got
just
caught
wanna make sure.
once, never again. But I got
said
out of it.
I said a funny thing about a blow-up doll. That's all you need to know. We had a nice time talking about it. Where on the East Coast are you from?
I'm from the Midwest, Wisconsin, but I lived in New York, so I know Easy Pass.
Okay.
That's my Easy Pass connection.
How long were you in New York for?
Just 2 years.
Okay. Did you dig it over there?
Yeah, it was fun. I lived in Brooklyn, in Williamsburg.
Hell yeah.
Right when it was coming up,
What years were you in Williamsburg?
2012 to 14.
Is that when I was there? Because I moved to I moved in, when did Obama win?
08.
08. I was there 08 to 09.
Okay.
But when you were there, it was getting peak.
Yeah,
Williamsburg-y.
was starting to hop. Yeah,
It was there were a lot of artisanal cheese shops that
Mm-hmm.
you couldn't miss.
Girls was shooting. I remember there was a lot of like
nice.
girls stuff going on.
Had a Lena Dunham just naked on every corner or
That's
something
right,
like
yeah.
that.
Yeah, there's her floppy tits everywhere. Okay, she's beautiful. She's everybody's a snowflake.
We should cut.
Beautiful snowflake. Put those tits away.
Just people screaming at her.
You saw Adam Driver getting a latte in the morning.
Yeah, in the show she worked at a coffee shop. I remember that was like the corner coffee shop.
Oh, really?
Do
No
you
way.
remember where it was? Like with the intersection?
It was in Greenpoint on what would that have been? Like Diamond and Meserole, maybe something like that.
Okay. Yeah.
It's called Grumpy.
What was that park? I used to go McCarran Park.
Yep, I lived right by there.
I used to play softball there, and I took my now wife on our second date. We went to McCarran Park.
Hell yeah.
And played catch.
No way.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Wait, so you said, "Hey, I had a lot of fun with you. Do you want to hang out again and play catch in a park?"
Basically. No, I was like, let's go. I was like, we were, it might not have been I don't think it was our second date. I think it was like our fourth date.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Yeah, because I can picture our dates. It was like our fourth date.
Okay.
But yeah, we went, we played baseball in the park. I hit her in the eye with a baseball.
No shit. What?
Yeah, she cried.
Oh my god.
I was like, this is over.
Oh my god.
But she forgave me immediately, and then we got ice cream.
No way.
And she said that was one of our best dates.
No way.
I was like, the one where I hit you in the eye with a baseball? She was like, yeah, that one.
Well, I guess because you're both being real. You
What do
know?
you mean?
Not real, but like it's like a raw, fucked up thing that happened.
Yeah, what wasn't
know?
intentional?
No, I know.
Like, fuck, it wasn't like,
pick up your
I
glove.
wasn't like thriller. I was like, this is me.
No, I'm saying, but I guess
I
from
think
that-
what you're trying to say is it was an accident.
It was an accident, but from that, she's probably like, wow, this guy was like caring for me and
Well, it
everything
was, I was like astounded at the way she cried and then stopped and didn't seem embarrassed by it.
Uh-huh.
And I was like, wow, she like really recovered quickly from that.
Yeah.
I was like, I was still like, I feel like very much like trying to impress,
Yeah.
you know? And I felt like she was like more comfortably herself.
Yeah.
I remember that being like a thing I thought like,
That's what I
I
meant
could never
by-
be that like vulnerable on a date
Yeah.
with a girl like that, especially that early.
Well, that's what I meant. In that moment, it was like a vulnerable state where you're like, oh shit, this happened.
Yeah, are you okay?
And then you're both like,
oh my
you know,
god, you're crying.
Yeah.
Do you want a hug?
Yeah.
What do I do?
Is this our first
You gotta keep
kiss?
your eye on the ball, but that's not what I meant.
Yeah, I said keep your eye. You
What
watch
have we
it into
said?
your glove.
Glove up.
I told you I was throwing a curve. I said here comes the curve. Yeah.
That's glove up, glove up.
Did you play any more catch after that, or were you like,
Yeah,
okay,
we
now
play.
stopped?
We play catch a lot.
No, I mean in that day, were you like, now we're done because
No,
you're
now
hurt?
we are done.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yes, we were done after I
There's blood on the ball. We got to go get ice cream.
shattered her eye socket.
She takes a cookie dough scoop to the eyes to keep the swelling down.
Yeah, I used to work at Baskin Robbins. I was pretty good.
Oh yeah.
With the scooper.
Okay.
That was one of my gigs. This
Nice.
was my first job ever.
No shit.
Yeah,
There you go.
I was about to get fired and I quit. Have you ever done that?
Oh,
Someone's like, "Listen, Eric, this is the third time I quit."
Really?
That's how that job ended.
Wow.
I was in the process of getting fired.
No way.
Yeah.
Like we
No, I'm
actually,
breaking up with you.
yeah.
I remember I was
So actually, we
talking,
just wanted to award you for being a great employee, but it's the third time that someone said how good of a scooper you were. But if you wanted to quit,
I was talking with our friend Rob about this, but like the guy that ran that Baskin Robbins, I thought he was such a fucking dweeb. I remember him to this day, like hating him. And in my mind, I was 15. I was like, this guy's old as fuck. He's probably like 32.
yeah.
I was like, what a loser. And then like I've Googled like how much if you just run 3 Baskin Robbins, you make like $400,000.
Holy
like,
shit.
This dude was fucking crushing it.
Wow.
This dude was absolutely crushing it, and I'm like, as a 15-year-old, like, look at this fucking hack sucking the tit of corporate America. You're the man.
You're a drone, dude.
Yeah, you sold out. I used to say that about Midtown when they went on tour with Blink-182. They sold out. Fucking dork.
Wait, so what did you do that got you fired?
I was a fuck up. Man, I was just not a good employee. Like one thing I figured out you could do is if you took like dry ice and put it in one of the to-go cups, but then poked a hole in it with a knife and then poured water, it would steam up so much so that the cameras couldn't see what you were doing. So I would be like, if I would like call my friends and be
Quickly, I would fire you just for knowing.
so I would call call my friend.
This is the third time you made a little smoker.
There was like I'm like, I've never confessed this before. This is like your fucking confession that'll never be heard.
I'm driving a carpool and you're blocking cameras out.
This is my evil.
Stealing ice cream.
So like, there was one camera in the store that was like in the far corner, like right when you walked in. So it just had an angle of the whole store.
Yeah.
So I would do that, and I would like kind of set it up like where the camera couldn't see me, and then like walk by and just put it on the table right below where the camera was. So like that table wasn't in the shot of the security. And so the steam would just come up to where the camera was in the corner. And I would call my friends and be like, if you want free ice cream, just be here in 20 minutes. They can't see anything. And I would just give my friends ice cream. And like I remember one time he showed me how it like, he's like, here's you working. This happens once a week where the camera steams up. I can see you doing the dry ice right there. Why are you doing that? I don't know. I just think it's funny to fill it up. And he's like, yeah, if that happens one more time,
I love how you did
fired.
it 3 times. He let you go 3 times.
I don't remember how many times I did it exactly, but I definitely did it enough for him to show me the tape
video
and be like, I know what you're doing.
It would probably be
Wow.
less suspicious to just steal ice cream. Just
Yeah,
blatantly, like not charge.
Just
Also,
give them
just be like,
scoops.
I gave
yeah.
my-
mime handing money, or just give them the money back.
It just,
Yeah.
yeah, I know. It was just dumb.
Or just give him an extra scoop, you know?
You had this whole Ocean's 11 move,
I didn't even,
like the balloons blocking the camera.
I don't know. I was just, it was
Your
like
buddy comes in the back, does a cartwheel to get back.
people like crawling military style out of Baskin Robbins. All my pimple-faced friends from high school just coming in for free ice
Dude,
cream.
we're getting the rocky road this time.
A gymnast crawls out of a
Yeah, like
tub
little
of ice cream in the back.
shimmies.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's awesome.
You guys never like fucked around at your jobs when you were
I did, but I'm not
teenagers?
admitting it on tape.
All right.
No, I did. I used to give out a lot of pizza when I worked at Domino's because I ran shift on Mondays, so my buddies would come and hang out like in the back and just we'd play video games on the TV and just eat a bunch of pizza. And if an order came in, I'd be like, guys, hold on, I gotta fucking do the order.
Yeah.
The one time we used to keep one of those games, it was like a little penguin thing, but it was one of those things that like had like 150 games on it, like old school games.
Yeah.
So we'd plug it in the TV and play all the time. My boss had a camera too, but he would never really check the cameras unless he was like in his office or whatever. But he would just come in randomly. But like one time, like he usually wouldn't. He would call ahead if he was coming in. But one time he came in and caught us playing games, and he just fucking ripped it out the fucking thing and threw it in his office and locked the door. Like he took my games like he was like my dad.
Oh
So it's
shit.
like, yeah. And I was like, can I ever get that back? Or it's kind of like $50, you know? Like it was a thing. Because I used to keep it in my locker and people would just play.
Yeah.
But
Did you get it back?
I did get it back. I think like a month later or something.
Oh, like he literally grounded you.
He grounded me from the video games, yeah. But then he got like a camera system, you know. But we always had cameras, but it wasn't like, you know, it was just in case somebody broke in the fuck. He's not like at home, like checking his security footage or whatever, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, But he was a cool dude. But
That's good. I'm glad. Yeah.
Yeah.
that was just the one time I got in trouble. Of that.
I had a cool boss at after I left Baskin Robbins. I worked at a place called Foster's Grill in Vienna, and they would the lady that hired me. She would come in like once a week. The whole kitchen staff quit after she hired me, so I was like at one point like 16 years old, like cooking burgers and fries and like doing all the food, and then going out and taking orders because it was like a new restaurant.
Yeah.
So she was like, I should just work this fucking 16-year-old to death.
Jeez.
And then years later, I went back to, like, for some reason it hasn't closed. I don't know why. It wasn't like a good restaurant, but it's still there. I went in and she's just sitting right there at the bar, and I walk up. I go, "Hey, I don't know if you remember, I'm one of the first people you hired here 20 years ago when this store opened." And she went, "No, I didn't." I was like, "Yeah,
What?
you know, you did. My name's Eric.
Yeah.
I'm sure you have the records of." Just make sure the dog doesn't knock it over. I'm like, "I'm sure you have the records." And she's like, I didn't hire you. I would remember. I was like, "No, you did. I worked here. I worked here for a year." She's like, "No." I was like, "Do you have records? Like, we can go fucking look it up." She like refused to acknowledge that it could have been me.
Wow.
Very weird. It was the same lady. Yeah.
Oh shit.
Could it have been a legality thing? Like,
I don't know, maybe. I did
can't
fuck
confirm
her.
nor deny that I did work here.
No, it's just so weird to be that. It was weird. It struck me like her confidence.
Yeah.
You know, like people who have like confidence, even if they're wrong, they're just
Yeah.
like, I've decided this is what I'm going to say.
No idea who you are. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
I admire that.
Even the ability to be like, oh, well, I must be mistaken then. Or I'm sorry. Like,
Yeah.
at some point you would think her brain would kick
Yeah.
in and go like, well, he certainly thinks he worked here. I don't know why he would make
Yeah.
this up.
Yeah.
Maybe like try to meet in the middle of like, what's your name? What year was it? Anything
Yeah.
like that.
Yeah.
She was
was
like,
ha-
no, you didn't.
We only
I
had
wouldn't
one little burger boy here, and he was 17 years old.
One little burger boy.
Who's the little burger boy?
Yeah, especially if you were so involved in the entire.
I was doing
Yeah.
so much at that place.
16 doing the grill is a lot.
16
too.
doing the grill.
Damn, dude.
Grill and fries.
Yeah.
That's all it was. It was burgers and fries.
Yeah.
It was like a very
but even doing the
simple-
fryer is like a lot for a 16-year-old, isn't it? Like,
No, the fryer.
well, I guess
was-
McDonald's, they do it and
The
stuff.
fryer
too,
was the
yeah.
easy part. But
Yeah.
I would still get burns from the fryer because you put the fries in, it like comes up on your
Right.
arm.
Oh, shit.
And
Yeah.
you're supposed to wear long sleeves, and I would forget, and I would get
You get like the sizzle.
a little.
Yeah.
What did you wear?
I wore it's a Foster's Grill
Just a
T-shirt.
t-shirt? Okay.
Yeah, but she would say like wear undershirt, like a long sleeve undershirt if you're gonna
okay.
work in the. But it would get hot. That was the thing. It would be fucking.
Yeah, you're by the
sweat.
grill,
I
dude.
feel like you would
Yes.
have a look to you when you went to get like people's orders.
Yeah.
I feel like it'd be obvious that you were the guy cooking.
Now my look would be like, like I'm fucking covered in grease.
Little
and
ring
sweat.
around the neck.
Yeah, it's gross. It's gross.
What can I get you?
Yeah.
Burger.
You want anything on that?
Ugh, yeah.
Yeah. Smoking a cigarette.
Shit. Yeah, just think about how often you'd have to go to the bathroom.
So was that your first job ever?
Baskin Robbins?
Baskin Robbins was the first job
and
ever.
Foster's Grill,
Then Foster's
and
Grill.
then Rainforest Cafe.
Okay.
In that order.
And that's where the
1, 2, 3.
famous joke came from.
I don't even remember.
It was a good one.
We don't gotta. You don't do my
We'll
joke.
do it. Add it in. What was your first job?
I worked at a grocery store in high school, but it was only for one summer. And I was trying to think. I didn't really do anything bad there.
Which grocery store?
It's called Pick and Save.
Pick and
Part
Save?
of the Roundy's family.
There you go.
They're owned by Kroger now. I think it's a Kroger.
Okay.
It's no longer
Now it's a Kroger.
or now it's a Metro Market.
Okay.
They're all in the same umbrella.
Okay.
Which I don't know if I've ever told you this. Maybe you know this. I think it's really weird. You know, we get those Ralph's commercials with like the little CGI bubble people,
Yeah,
like
yeah.
cartoons. Those same commercials air nationwide, just with a different grocery store at the end.
Really?
Just like a different.
Really?
So like Ralph's is here, but Kroger's in the Midwest. So it will be the exact same commercial at the end. It says like Kroger instead of Ralph's.
Oh.
But they're all owned by the same company.
They share commercial. Oh yeah. Well, I guess
Yeah.
that makes sense.
Yeah.
But just like a localized commercial.
That's why they
is
just
weird
make
to
it
me
bubble
out.
people. Like,
Yeah,
these bubble
just-
people.
At a vague grocery store.
Wow.
What were you doing at the grocery store?
I was mopping. I was on carts. I had to go get the carts, which I
Okay.
remember thinking, "Oh, that'll be fun," and it sucked. It was so hot.
Yeah.
I remember one day they had to pull me and be like, "Hey, after
summer,
Labor Day, you
too.
can't wear shorts." So I just switched to jeans, and it was brutal. But I do remember a kid from my high school was older. We'd hang out during lunch breaks, and he told me what robo-tripping was.
What the hell's robo-tripping?
That's where you chug Robitussin,
Yeah, when you
right?
chug Robitussin. Yeah. You put a little Jolly Rancher at the bottom and drink till you get to the Jolly Rancher.
What the fuck? Wow.
Yeah.
Never did it. He talked me out of it. I learned about it and
He
decided
died
I'll
the
never
next
do
summer.
it the same day. Yeah.
He died and I got all his shifts.
Yeah.
I had a friend that, well, not a friend, I knew a guy in my freshman year of college that did it. And he was like, "Yeah, try it, man. It's so cool." And then he did it, and he started walking around outside in the rain. And
Nice.
What the
I was
hell?
like, "This doesn't look fun at all. It looks
Yeah.
stupid."
I think it is like basically just like small brain damage.
Holy shit.
Just like it messes your head up.
Yeah,
for a
dude,
minute.
you're like ODing a little
Yeah.
bit.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
I do like the taste of Robitussin. I could see enjoying it.
Sure.
But,
Is that what lean is? Lean's that. Cough
Yeah.
syrup and whatever else is in there.
Yeah, some people think it's
Sprite.
gross.
Get that lean.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a little tasty.
Uh.
If I was working at a grocery store, I'd probably couldn't fight the temptation of
You'd be
just chugging
stealing the
Robitussin.
Robitussin.
Yeah,
You'd be
just
putting smoke signals.
mopping and doing carts. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I would bag too. I'd be like paper or plastic, and then I'd bag for people.
Okay.
Bad guy.
Did you have a
bagging.
Did you have a way of bagging where you're like, these certain foods go together?
Yeah, I didn't care, and then people get really upset.
Yeah.
People often care. Like, they don't want
You need the
to put,
cold
like,
in
eggs at
one
the
bag
bottom.
and the other one, yeah.
Look, when you're 15, you don't care at all.
Yeah.
16, did not give a shit.
Yeah, I remember like I went to Sprouts and they were like, "Do you care if it was like if your milk touches your vegetables?" I was like, "You can fucking put your nutsack on it. I don't care. It's in a fucking carton. Who cares?" But I
Yeah.
think people do care
Yeah.
a lot about like they want to unpack it in a
Right.
certain.
Really?
And my thought at 16 was always like, then you do it.
Yeah.
If you care so much, I'd be overjoyed if you would just do it yourself. I don't want to do this
I got
either.
carts to collect.
Yeah.
Would
I
you ever
gotta go
like
sweat outside for a while.
Would the
Listen, my
carts ever
buddy's
get
robo
really-
tripping, all right?
Would the carts ever get hot to the touch and you could burn your hand on the cart?
No, they always had that plastic gripper thing in the
Okay.
middle. So thank God that wasn't a problem.
Protective from the sun.
Yeah. But I do remember we wore like a polo, just like a ugly polo, and they only had like a 2X. And I just remember like swimming in this polo at work too. It's like, this sucks.
Look like
I look
like
stupid.
you're wearing your like dad's hand-me-downs.
Exactly.
Did you ever see anybody you knew?
My dad's store.
Did you ever like people from school or something come by?
I don't know if I did.
Yeah.
They must have, but I don't recall like talking to anybody there.
They might have seen you and been like, "Oh fuck."
Fuck, it's Joey Bergren.
Oh,
I
God.
feel like it really was like 3 months. It was not long.
I heard he
think it was
I heard he
one summer.
robo trips and he's just been working here forever.
That's what they said about me. And then I worked at a grocery store out here a couple years ago too.
Did you really? Oh, wow.
And then I got good at bagging. I was like, oh, I get it now.
Yeah.
I figured it out.
Now you care. Now you're like,
Once they charge you for the bags too, I'm like, no, I'm gonna make this
I never
efficient.
pay for the fucking bags, dude. I'll put everything back in my cart and bag it in my trunk if I forget my bags. I take a
Nice.
stand against it.
I thought you were gonna be like, I get the bags, but I don't pay for them.
yeah.
You give me the bags, and then yeah,
Put it back in
you
the
wait
cart.
till the transaction's through, and they go, actually, could I also get a bag? Would you mind?
I've done it before, yeah.
They try to charge me for the bags. I steal the cart. Take the cart. I melt it down. I turn it into my own nickels. I call them Perkins nickels.
Perk pennies.
Hey, thanks,
perk pennies.
thanks for coming to the show. Thanks
Yeah,
for coming to the show. Like, oh, no. Hey, kid.
On the penny is him in a convertible in the fucking HOV lane.
Passing by cars. There you go.
Officer, it's okay. I have a coin. It says I can drive in here.
That's so fucking funny.
At that grocery store. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
No, I was just gonna say it'd be funny if you paid with a Perkins penny. You like threw it in like the toll after riding in the HOV, and it just says instead of approved, huge dick as you.
That's so fucking funny.
Oh, but I was gonna say at that grocery store here that I worked out, like a little mom and pop place in Burbank. They had. I'd never seen this before at any job I ever worked. They had the punch thing, but
Oh,
that,
the
like,
punch card. Punch
but
card.
like that actually was like a manual punch. Like it actually
Yeah.
stamped
No
like
way.
a number on it.
To clock in?
Yeah, to
Yeah.
clock in and like breaks.
Wow.
And I remember being so livid of like if we had like a half-hour lunch break or whatever, and I'd like, or maybe it was an hour, I'd run home and come back.
Yeah.
And if I was like a few minutes late, I'd be so mad because it would be exact to the minute.
Yeah.
So I'd be like, oh, I'm losing money for this.
Could you wind it back a little bit? Because it's
No.
manual?
No.
Oh,
I
no.
think so.
No.
I
I
didn't know
had
how.
one of I had a boss that made us do that one time.
Yeah.
Crazy.
It is crazy. It's almost like a fuck you to your
Yeah.
like I'm gonna pay you to the fucking minute you're here.
Right.
Yeah.
Just eat shit.
Wow.
Just give me like the day rate, or like hourly. Like, okay, you work 8 hours. Here's your total. It's like,
Especially,
no, it's
like-
to the minute we clock it out.
I mean, you're working
Yeah.
hourly.
Right.
It's probably like not that much money.
no.
Like
nothing.
really, you're gonna make sure instead of paying me the 15 an hour, I'm gonna make 14.
So would they give you like
96.
15, 15.26 or something if it was like to the minute and stuff sometimes?
Yeah, it would like on my time card or whatever, it would like have the exact
No way.
to the minute like how many hours I worked that week.
Wow. The fuck?
And I don't think you could ever like get more. It wouldn't be like
Yeah.
if I took a 5-minute shorter break, it's not like it would like that would add up.
Oh,
You know what I mean?
That's messed up.
Oh wait, they wouldn't count it.
I don't think it would count the opposite way. So it's not like you could make up that time.
Oh, that seems
I know.
wrong.
I know.
When
That seems wrong.
When I did valet at the Sheraton Universal, it was we had like it was a digital one, but if I clocked in at 7, say, if I went 5 hours, if it was like 5 hours and 1 minute, like if I didn't take my lunch, you get flagged and get an extra $15, and they would write people up for that, not taking their lunch. Like you had to take your lunch, and it wouldn't let you clock back in.
Oh,
So sometimes if we'd be super busy, like parking cars, it'd be like, it's fine, just give the extra 15. It's whatever,
oh,
You're not
okay.
gonna get
Yeah,
a write
incurring
up.
a penalty or whatever.
But like if it was like, because even then, like sometimes there'd be some of the dickhead fucking guys would like take their lunch and then it wouldn't let them clock back in until like it would actually calculate the 30 minutes. But if we're like busy as shit, they're just standing there like, sorry, I can't clock back in. I can't help. And it's like, dude, just fucking park a car, dude, and then clock back in. Like the fuck. But
what
yeah,
would
it was
you do
such
for lunch during that? When you had like took your lunch, where would you go? What would you do?
I think we did get an hour though, but sometimes it was 30. There was an In-N-Out Burger right down the street, so we would just go there and then come back and eat that.
How
'Cause
long
the
ago
food
was
there
this?
was so bad.
How long ago was this?
This was 2014. That was when I first moved here. That was one of my first jobs out here.
Yeah.
But it was a fun job, and you made tips and stuff. But it was just like
no, it's on. It's all good.
I don't know. I worked with a lot of young kids. Where I was 28, and there was a lot of like 18-year-olds and like 22-year-olds and stuff that didn't give a shit like what to do or whatever.
Yeah.
And it's like they were just like, and we had to split tips with them.
Yeah.
So I'm like, this guy's not doing fucking nothing, and I got to split tips with this fucking guy.
I would assumed you gotta keep tips. Like each person gets.
Nah,
to keep them.
pool tips suck. It's why
Yeah.
communism doesn't work.
Yeah.
As soon as you, it sounds like such a good idea. We're all a team.
it's not.
Then you just see someone go to the bathroom and take like a 30-minute dump, and you're like, you fucking piece of shit.
Yeah.
Fuck you, man. I picked up
Yeah.
your table for this.
Because there were sometimes I would get like a 20-hour tip from people and stuff, and I had to like split it with this fucking guy that doesn't do anything.
Valet seems like a very clear like you shouldn't split tips because like you did it's very like
Yeah.
hand the money to the person who did the thing for you. Like
Yeah.
I don't know.
No, we had like a big black box, and then only the manager was able to go in there. Like we could put stuff in it, but sometimes there was like this one kid used to go in there all the time. He's like, I gotta make change for us, and I'm like, don't fucking go in the box. I don't know where you I don't trust you.
Right.
This kid was such a prick.
Share tips make sense if everybody's doing the same thing.
Yeah.
Like if I don't know, like Cold Stone. You know when you go to Cold Stone and they all sing the stupid song and they like pass your ice cream down a little chain and they're like, "We're making the ice cream for you." Like they all have to share tip. Like you can't
Yeah.
tip one person because they were,
That's your wife getting sung that song with a ice cream.
Sorry, hit you in the face, Cold Stone. No, how fucking embarrassing. Of all the jobs, I'm embarrassed for the people that work there when they make them sing.
Yeah.
It's one thing if you're in a restaurant and like it's somebody's birthday.
I was the birthday guy when I worked at Applebee's.
Yeah.
They'd always be like, Mike, I have a birthday on table 5. Mike, I have a birthday. Because I'd be like, everybody, we got a birthday in the house. I would just fucking go
You were the
big.
king of
I was the
birthdays.
king of birthdays. And my boss would get mad. He's like, you have your own fucking tables to take care of. And I'm like, I'm a birthday guy. You
yelled, "I'm a birthday
I'm
guy."
a
at your
birthday
boss.
guy, dude.
Were you doing comedy at this point?
Yeah, this is when I first moved here. That was my first job out here was Applebee's. I was like 3 months here, and I was like, I need more money now. So I got the job at Applebee's. Worst job I ever had.
Applebee's?
Hands down. Worst job ever.
Because of the birthday song?
It was because the bird. No, that was a great part.
Too good at it?
No, I did that to myself.
Dude, it was like the first time I hated my bosses ever. Because I always got along with my bosses. Like sometimes, a lot of bosses are dicks, but you get along with them sometimes. But like these are the first ones that they would just break my balls, treat me like I was like a 16-year-old kid. I was like, I used to fucking be a manager at a casino. Who the fuck you yelling at?
Right.
You know, like they're like treat me like I would forget a ranch, and they would take my shift away. And I'm like, you can't take my fucking Friday night shift away because I forgot. Like it was the worst fucking job ever.
Yeah, they ruled with an iron fist,
Dude, it's like you're a fucking manager in Applebee's. Like nothing against it, like you know, but you do, but don't be a dick. You know what I mean? Like why are you fucking
when,
yelling?
A little bit of that jersey comes out. You know, all of a sudden it's like, oh, he sees red a little.
Yo, I'll take a fucking tire iron to your fucking kneecap when you get outside, motherfucker.
Bro, casino's bigger than you. What the fuck are you trying to do?
I did go in the one time, and they got. I'm not a tough guy at all, but I did go in the one time because I went from like working Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Then it was like just like Saturday, Sunday, and I was like, that's fine because I picked up like other stuff like around town or whatever. And then it was only Sundays at 10 a.m. And I was like, what the fuck am I doing? And like the one time I was like, you know, they would like make me leave at like 11:30. I would do one table and they make me leave. I'm like, why am I getting up early for 2 hours of work?
Yeah, that's crazy.
So then I tried to pick up a shift from this one girl and it wouldn't let me in the computer. And I'm like, why wouldn't it let me? And then we tried calling and the girl, she was like, sorry, I forget our boss's name. He's like, he told me that I wasn't allowed to give a shift away to you. I was like, what the fuck? So I went in and I went to talk to him and I was like, Jim, that was his name, Jim. I was like, Jim, can I talk to you for a minute? He's like, oh, I'm kind of busy right now. I was like, I can wait. And I just sat in the lobby and waited till like he came in. I had like a meeting with him and like some other manager. And I was like, what the fuck are you taking my shifts away for? This is bullshit. And he's like, well, you're always, you're never like really focused and you're always like cracking jokes around everybody. And I'm like, dude, I do like my fucking job. Like, what the fuck? Like,
yeah.
I was in the office for like 45 minutes. And the one guy, like the one expo guy came out. He's like, dude, I thought you were going to kill Jim. You were in there for a long time. And I was like, what a fucking guy wouldn't like.
Did you get your shifts back?
I got my shifts back.
Can I ask,
Yeah.
did you actually say it the way you're saying it now? Like, dude, what the fuck? What do you, like, I'm sure you were respectful.
I didn't say what the fuck, but I was like, dude, like I work here too. Like there's no need for you to take away my shifts. Like,
Yeah.
and he's like, and he was saying, well, you're, you know, whatever your results or whatever the fuck. He's like your gem scores and stuff and all this bullshit. And I was like, dude, I do my job. Like
Right.
you can't take a shift away because I forgot a ranch. People forget stuff.
Right.
You know what I mean? It's like, well, you're always like, you know, sitting and talking to the host or cracking jokes in the back and stuff. And I'm like, how about I'm building morale for your
Also,
team
then
and everybody's
say that instead of taking a shift.
yeah,
away,
don't
you know?
just make it like you can't do that to me. Like,
Right.
dude, I need to like survive off this shit.
Right.
You know? And then he's like, well, we'll reconsider it and do this. And then like, you know, he was a fucking prick. But they did give my shifts back and they didn't fuck with me after that. I was like,
Worked.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
like it's what happens when you kind of like stand up to a bully, right?
yeah. I was like,
They
what
go
the
home
fuck,
and they're
dude?
like, he got me.
Yeah.
Mike got
me. Motherfucker. And that's when I started riding the carpool lane. I was like, I'm fucking on top of the world. I'm fucking crossing these double whites. Maybe. Let's fucking do this.
Yeah.
You ever stand up to a boss like that?
Yeah, a couple
Tell
times.
him to fuck himself? Yeah.
Yeah, I was like a general manager for a space, and
Oh, okay.
the owner was like this like crazy dude, and so there were times where I had to be like, I'm not doing that. Like,
Yeah.
he would just have like an idea, like just crazy shit that doesn't even make any sense. Like we were like, it was a rehearsal studio, so people would come in to like practice their, you know, with their improv team or something. He'd be like, you know, comedy is like the medicine of the world, so I think we should all be wearing medical scrubs. I'm like, no. I quit. The second you do that, I quit. You
Yeah.
can find a new person. I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to tell people that are making $12 an hour they have to wear medical scrubs
Right.
in a fucking rehearsal studio.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just
Wow.
stupid shit like that.
Yeah.
But yeah, that job was also like, I got that job when I was 26 and I had it till I was 30. And that was like a real like growing up thing. Cause I was hiring people. I had to fire people sometimes.
Oh, wow.
And that was, and he was just very, not like, he didn't think about people's feelings at all. Like he'd be like, why don't you just fire the person now? I'm like, well, I'm going to fire him on a Friday. And I'm going to also like, I'm gonna make sure I let them know why they're getting fired, and
Right.
Yeah.
also like I know this person outside of work, so I'm probably gonna like, you know, I'm still gonna let them know that they're welcome to come here and use this space. He'd be like, okay, I guess that's a good idea.
Yeah. Yeah.
But he would like want me to like ban people if we fired them. I'm like, this rehearsal space was attached to a theater.
Yeah.
And it's like people like their social life was involved, and then they happened to work here too. So it was like kind of like a delicate balance when we would hire people from that community.
Yeah.
And he would just like fucking go in there and throw his weight around. I'd be like, bro, you're paying people. These are like actors making $13 an hour that need it.
Right.
Like, I'm not even saying you can't. We have to fire this person, but like, let's do it in a way where they're not like screwed.
Yeah.
Like, that kind of shit. Just like,
it's a big power trip kind of fucking thing too.
it kind of is. Like,
it's like, dude, calm down.
He was such a bad owner that like for years I'd be like, I need to start my own rehearsal studio just to run it the right way. And then I'd be like, why?
Yeah.
Who cares? He's just a sucky owner. Like,
And they're not going to wear medical scrubs or any of that.
yeah, I won't even bring it up. And then like I started, I'm like, oh, medical scrubs.
Yeah.
Well, it actually would look cool.
We had little, one of those
Cut
things.
to me in medical scrubs screaming at a 22-year-old, you're never working this fucking town again. It's become what I hate.
Leave your coat and stethoscope on the desk.
Stethoscope. That's what it is. I think everybody had that.
Coat and stethoscope. Now.
Let me see if I can hear the heart of the game.
Wouldn't that be the coolest to like actually be in a show where you get to tell somebody gun and badge on the desk? That's all I wanted from this stupid fucking industry was
2 weeks pay and that's it. You're done.
2 weeks, you fucked around, you've been warned, gun and badge. That's all I want. I just wanted one time to do that. You were warned, gun and badge. I don't even know what accent I'm doing. Doesn't matter.
Sounds like Boston. It's good.
I always wanted to be the guy at the crime scene that goes like, Sarge, you might want to see this. Just pick something up, you know?
Yeah.
There's always the guy that says like, hey, you might want to come take a look at this.
I'm going to come look at this.
And then someone more important is like, oh my God.
Yeah.
Yeah. Chaz Palminteri. Like,
Yeah.
You got to be kidding me.
Yeah. Looks like the fucking teeth of Johnny Two-Time.
Do you guys watch network TV at all? I've been like, we got Hulu, and like that's got network shows. So I've just been watching like old school like network shows, and they're very comforting. It's like every episode there's like
what kind of like crime shows kind of thing?
yeah,
like
like
NCIS
I'm watching that one High Potential right now with Caitlin Olsen. And
Oh,
it's like
yeah,
she's
yeah,
like,
yeah.
I'm a mom, but I know how to solve murders. And the cops need my help. And maybe I'm gonna fuck this cop that I'm working with. It's the show. It's all of them. All those shows. It's like,
Oh, wow.
it's like I'm this, but I'm good at this too, and
Right.
I'm quirky, and then I solve murders. It's so many. It's so many murders being solved.
Is it a good show though? I've heard of it. Like,
I think it's.
I mean, she's the queen in Always
it's
Sunny. She's
probably
awesome.
not that good,
Oh, really?
but I can't stop watching it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's how I found Special Forces World's Toughest Test,
Oh, okay.
which is just, I mean, that's changed my life.
Yeah.
It makes me so happy. I hate Cam Newton.
Okay.
Cam Newton's a full-on fucking villain in this show, and he's like, I don't know how, like, if this was a just society, he would never work again if after this season of Special Forces. He is such a horrible leader. And you're like, how the fuck did you go to the Super Bowl? But then there's that, you remember there's a play in the Super Bowl. I don't know, you guys are football fans?
Yeah, casually.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, there's a play in the Super Bowl where Cam Newton famously didn't jump on a fumble in the fourth quarter, and the Panthers like lose by 3 points.
Oh shit.
And I remember like at the time being like, well, maybe it's just a bad moment. You watch Special Forces and you're like, oh no, he does not give a shit about anybody other than himself.
Wow.
Wow.
There's this, I mean, they're giving him the bad edit, but whatever.
Yeah.
He deserves it.
Is he good at the Special Forces?
He's amazing at the Special Forces. He can do everything except like be a good teammate. That's why he's bad.
Wow.
But
That's his Achilles.
he's a physical
Yeah.
specimen. I mean, he's 6'4", 250 pounds, fast, strong.
But if he was Special Force, he would just go in by himself and be like, I fucking got this. Or,
Yeah, there's one where
or
it's
leave
like,
people behind and shit.
there's
Wow.
one, it was, he has to go in with like a gas mask, and then they tell you to take your gas mask off, and you're not going to die, but it's like, it's painful. And they're like, you got to get your teammate out. And so he comes in, and they're like, okay, take your gas mask off. He takes his gas mask off, he goes, and he just turns and full sprints out the fucking door. And his teammate's like, Is that the way out? And the special forces guys are like, what the fuck are you doing? He's like, I panicked. He's like, you just fucking left him to die. What? You understand what special forces are, right? Like, we're supposed to accomplish the mission. He fucking runs out so fast.
Wow.
I was laughing so hard my stomach hurt. Like, it was so funny. And then there was another one where he cheated. They're like, he had to do like calisthenics. He's a fucking NFL player. And they're like, go behind that wall and do 20 jumping jacks. And they have like a camera and they can see who actually does 20 jumping jacks and who cheats. Right. He cheats. He does 15 and he leaves because he's tired. And then he goes back to the group and he's like, I actually did like 22. And then they call him in and they have a video and they're like, here's you, count your jumping jacks, 15. And they're like, because you did that, we're going to punish your teammates. And then that's when they bury people alive.
He's like, thank God it's not me.
No, so they make the 3 people who cheated watch as they bury the 5 people who didn't cheat alive on the beach. And they make them like shovel sand on their grave and pour water on it. He's like, if you were in the special forces, you'd be telling his fucking wife while he's dead. And they make him like do that.
Oh my God.
And the whole point is to drive home the point that like, you're not just cheating yourself.
You're cheating your team.
If you do this, people will die. You can never cut corners.
Right.
We're the fucking special forces. Like, how many times they got to say it? Like, we actually have killed people. So then...
And he's just buried his friend.
This has just become me fucking talking about the show. So then he goes... It's like them back after, they pull people out of their graves. And they go back to their tents. And they're all, the 2 other normal human beings who cheated are like crying. And they're like, we're so sorry. The chick's like, I'll never forget this for the rest of my life. And it cuts to Cam Newton going like, man, I'm going to sleep so good tonight. Like he's tired. And the other people on the team were like, we just got fucking buried alive. And he's like, oh, I can't wait to get some shut-eye. No fucking conscience at all.
I'm going to sleep like I'm dead. Oh, sorry, guys.
He is such an asshole.
Wow.
It's great. He's the greatest villain of all time. I'm telling you. Cam Newton, he wears those stupid fucking hats, too. He's just dressed like a DJ on ecstasy.
Wait, I don't know about
him.
these hats. What, do you know about his
hats?
hats?
Just Google a picture of Cam Newton.
I never watched the show.
He doesn't dress like a human being. He dresses like a fucking Build-A-Bear. He just sucks, man.
Cam Newton.
Well, don't both Google it.
Oh, okay.
Only one Google so the other person can talk.
I'm Googling Cam Newton hats.
I'll do the same thing.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Okay, yeah.
You see it? It's bad.
The fuck?
Yeah. It's rough.
Interesting.
Yeah, he's a chode. But I do.
He looks like a villain.
Yes.
With these fucking heads.
No,
Is that the one you popped up?
Yeah.
No, he looks like someone that like is trying to kill Shaft.
Look at this 64 Cam Newton hat stock photos. High resolution.
Horrible.
Oh my God.
It's just horrible.
Incredible. Yeah, I got to watch that.
You sold
should
me
check it
me
out.
on the
I am
hats.
curious.
It's great. And start from the first season.
Okay.
Because like the first 2 seasons are great. And then this third one is taking it to the next level.
Right.
It's not like it builds on it.
It's just a new group of people.
A new group of people.
Do people get voted off? Or people
No.
get sent home or because they're hurt or whatever,
people
right?
quit or they get injured.
So what season's he in? He's in season...
He's in season 3. They're in season 3 right now.
Oh, okay. So he's not in the first 2.
He's not in the first 2.
Oh, okay.
So there's no competition element. It's simply just go through the motion of...
You're competing. Like, sometimes they're punching each other in the face. Like they have one where they're like, in the special forces, sometimes we have to fight. Punch that guy. At one point, Cam Newton punches somebody and breaks his nose and knocks a tooth out, and the guy's out of the show.
Holy shit.
Yeah, like they do fucking insane stuff.
Yeah.
But it's also fun because it's real. Sometimes it's like reality TV stars. I don't know who they are, but like there was one guy in the first season where they're like, it's like special forces guys. They're like, all right, when I was in Grenada, I did this. Yeah, when I was in fucking Kosovo, I had to fucking slit Slobodan Milosevic's throat in front of his wife. And they're like, what do you do? He's like, I have a podcast. It's so good.
It's pretty hard to get subscribers, sometimes, but,
I was on The Bachelor.
Yeah.
Yeah, I found my wife.
I had to pull someone's teeth out with my bare hands.
All those-
Yeah, sometimes like pulling teeth, getting people to your shows. Let me tell you.
Yeah, sometimes Anchor gets weird and it's hard to upload the feed.
I use Podbean. The special forces guys like Podbean works. Podbean works.
I really like Spotify for podcasters.
All the special forces guys don't seem to have PTSD, but all the woke actresses do. Yeah, these guys have fucking like rappelled into fires to kill terrorists. And this lady's like, it was rough on days of our lives. I haven't recovered.
One time Crafty didn't show up.
It's so funny, man. All the they call them the staff, the special forces dudes. They've all killed.
Yeah.
They all talk about they talk about it. They're like, I've had to take life. I've watched a man die in my arms.
Jesus Christ.
And then Tone Loc is like, it's been a while for me since I've had some fans. like the
You ever have a self-tape due in 2 hours?
the juxtaposition is amazing.
That's funny.
Yeah. Look, I guess we should. If you combine the times of when this fucking thing was recording, we're at an hour. We're getting close. Yeah, you guys want to? We should, unless there's any pressing thoughts you have to get out
You got
now.
any pressing thoughts?
I don't think so.
Yeah.
I want to ask you this. I didn't know this
Yeah.
about you, or if you did. Did you do UCB in New York too?
Yeah.
You did. Okay. Hell
It's
yeah.
fun there.
Which one did you do? Like the one that was like a missile silo?
Oh,
The
yeah.
Beast.
Both of them were popping when I was there.
Okay.
So I did a lot of jams at the Beast.
Fuck yeah.
Good times there. Yeah.
Okay.
So I did the first couple levels, 1
Yeah.
through 3, I think, and then
All right.
4 on. We're out here.
Good shit. Okay.
Did
Yeah,
you
man.
pit stuff?
No, never really
Okay.
did the pit. I went to like 1 or 2 shows there.
All right.
But
That was the
it's a
guy
cool
I was
theater.
talking about. That was the owner of the rehearsal space.
Oh, was it the pit?
Was the guy that runs
so
the pit.
funny.
Yeah.
People were really into it. Was kind of like a separate camp. Like the people that love the pit were like all in on pit.
Yeah.
And then like UCB, like some people would train at both, but it was like
Mm-hmm.
you knew the people that were doing pit shows.
Yeah.
I was more like Triple Crown was the bar where I would perform all the time.
Well, we did Triple Crown stuff. Triple Crown had a
Oh,
cool.
okay.
Then there was the Magnet. They were like
Yeah.
half mole people.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I did a little bit of Magnet too.
I guess kind of like out here where it's like pack theater. Everyone's people that do pack theater just
Yeah.
all pack theater all the time, like
Right.
7 days a week, and then it's like UCB and everything.
I
else.
thought maybe Pack was what you were talking about.
No.
Just in my head, I was like, I think that's next to rehearsal space.
No, that's not the guy. What are we doing?
forget his name.
I'll just say, if I went to the Pack or the pit or whatever and was like, I just want to book a rehearsal space, and it was like, everyone will look like a nurse, I think it would be kind of funny. I don't think it's like obviously cumbersome and annoying for the employees, but just as a patron, I would find that kind of funny.
How much is the price? Well, there's a copay.
Right? Yeah.
Maybe it's a good idea. Maybe I haven't really given it its due.
Everyone has to get weighed on their way in.
Take your shoes off.
Hop
go
on the
away.
scale. Yeah. I've gotten taller.
Look, we like to drop our emotional baggage at the front door when people come in. So we're gonna have a bellhop. They're gonna go like this, ding, ding, ding. You're gonna come over and spritz them with water. And tell them that life without art is terrible. Oh God! How much are we paying that guy? Minimum wage? Okay, that's what I thought.
$11 an hour.
He has to buy
Perfect.
his own bellhop costume. That makes sense. He should. He'll use it for a sketch.
Wait, sorry, to circle back too, you said when people would get fired from working there, they weren't allowed to use the facility anymore?
Yeah. Well, yeah.
That's crazy to me.
Yeah. A couple
Wow.
people he tried to do that.
That's wild.
That's insane. Yeah.
Yeah, and it was just like, why? He'd be like, somebody stole potato chips. I'd be like, I steal potato chips. I'm the general
Yeah.
manager.
Are you the one putting smoke in front of the cameras?
Dry ice.
Stealing all our fucking Doritos.
So there was a while where I broke up with a girlfriend and she stayed in the apartment. And I just wanted to get out, so I slept at work for 2 weeks. and I hooked up with a couple girls while I was doing it. And one time he was like trying to come into the office. I had locked it, and I was like in there with a girl. I was like, oh, I could be fired for this.
Absolutely. Oh my God.
Obviously.
Yeah.
But yeah, I wasn't an angel, you know. That's my evil.
There you go.
You know, I was.
We all got the evils, baby.
We all got it.
Mine got cut, I think, from the episode, but you know, it's
I don't know. We'll see if it made it. I don't know. It'll be weird for like an audio podcast if it's just us yelling at my phone from over there. So I don't know. I don't know.
Sync it up somehow, you know. Oh, you should do here. I got you.
Oh,
that'll fix it.
It's better at the end.
Well, now you know it'll
just
click
somewhere sort of towards the
clip
end.
everything.
Keep the clap.
Here,
Keep the clap.
This helps. Now you got 2 second sticks.
Soft sticks.
All right, guys, tell the listeners where they can find you online.
At Mike Perkins _ on social media, and go to themikeperkins.com for all my show dates. Another Late Show Tonight is live every month, so come check out that show.
Great show.
He's done it.
Hell yeah. I'm at Joey Bergren on socials. Everything's there.
Great. You guys will, you want to come back?
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Or pull out your calendars. Let's book it.
Yeah.
All right.
Right now.
Let's do it.
On camera.
Okay.
Let's do it.
All right. How does March 13th?
I got something.
I'm just joking. We're not really going to book it right now.
No, I'm free on March 13th.
Oh, well, I don't know if I'm free on March 13th. My phone's over
I'm
there.
having a baby on the 11th, so my wife will kill me.
All right, how about the 12th?
Let's do the 11th.
How about late night at the 10th?
Yeah, let's do the night before the baby's being born.
You're like, all right, okay, you're at 7 centimeters. You're ready. You're like, 7 p.m. podcast hell. I'm so sorry.
Eric, I'm so sorry I'm running late. This is from my Apple CarPlay. I'm so sorry. I'm having a baby.
All right, thanks, guys. Appreciate it.
Yeah, thanks for having us.
Thank you.
Yeah, later.